Hey, this is Disney Cars Toy Club, and today we're doing a very special Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle video for you guys featuring my favorite Ninja Turtle, Donatello. We're going to open up one of the Battle Shell characters. We also have a 1994 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Cowabunga Kraken turtle egg with an exploding Donatello, it says on the box. We have the newer Nickelodeon Ninja Turtle Turtle sub with Donatello. And then we have these two surprise packs to open up. Let's go ahead and start the video off by opening up the Donatello Battle Shell. So the neat thing about this toy is it says right here, shell opens up for storage. So if you look at the back of the package, you can actually see the inside of the shell and what is inside of there. You can also collect the other Ninja Turtle Battle Shells. Those are going to be some of the other characters, the newer characters that you can buy as well. Let's go ahead and get this opened up. We'll see what it can do. And let's take a look at this piece of paper first. This is a rather large booklet in here. I guess this is going to show all of the newer toys. Now the bust right there, that bust right there would be pretty cool to show on the channel. We might have to do that one day. Here's going to be some of the other characters. And right there's another shot of the bus. And there's some masks that you can buy. There's some random stuff right there. Let's see what's on the back here. This is going to be all of the characters, I guess, right here, at least that have released up to this point. Let's go ahead and take a look at our Donatello. Let's see what all he can do. Alright, so here's his tried and true staff. And you can definitely tell the newer look Ninja Turtles, they look a lot different than the older ones, which I'll be able to show you the older one here in just a moment. And so here's going to be his weapon that kind of pulls apart a little bit. So I guess it's kind of like a triple nunchuck. And we also got these throwing discs right here that came falling out. And it looks like those just kind of snap right back there. Yeah. So those just kind of snap in, and then once again we can put the nunchuck back here somehow. There it goes. Alright, so then you can close his shell, and of course his staff can be held on his back. And his arms, let's see, yeah, they do bend a little bit. They don't bend a lot. Like his inner arm, where his elbow is, they don't bend a whole lot. And let's see, his legs, same thing. It kind of bends a little, but not a whole lot right there. But you can definitely kind of move him around, pretty easily. His head, of course, does move as well. And the thing I like about these new Ninja Turtles is you can actually see little cracks in his shell, like especially on the back here. You can see the little chips in his shell. So they put a lot of detail on these newer characters. But we'll go ahead and set him down. And we're going to open up the much older Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Cowabunga Kraken Turtle Egg. Let's take a look at the back of the box first. This is going to be what's on the back. You can get Michelangelo, Raphael, Leonardo. That's what it looks like. And there's kind of like the little diagram. It's supposed to pop open, and then I guess, hopefully, Donatello is going to be standing there. So again, this was the 1994 Ninja Turtle line of toys. Let's go ahead and get this thing opened up, and we'll see what it can do. And this is pretty much like a collector's item, but we're going to open it up anyways. So you're not really supposed to open up collectibles, but we do on the channel. Let's see, what is this? So here is the diagram. It's got some step-by-step instructions on how to make him explode, the box says. Here's our official hatching certificate of hatching a Ninja Turtle. That's pretty cute. Let's go ahead and get this thing open. Alright, so here's going to be our two parts of the egg, which should just snap together right there like that. We'll do that here in just a moment. And here is our very old school Ninja Turtle with his kind of funky movement here. Both his arms move and both his legs move at the same time. Alright, so from following the instructions, you're supposed to hold Donatello like this, and you're going to place him into the egg, like so. So this is how he goes into the egg. And then with this other half right here, it says to turn it until you hear a click. So there was the click. And now we're going to place the two eggs together and then we have to turn it. So that didn't go together all that well, but Donatello should come popping out. So that's what was supposed to happen, but with this egg being from 1994, it seems like the spring doesn't seem to want to work too well. We'll try it one more time. Yep, does not work. So this is why toys weren't too fun in the 1990s, because of stuff like this. You know, I would be willing to bet that even when this was first manufactured, it probably still didn't work like it was supposed to, because I can just tell from the way that the springs are just reacting, even with, you know, even though the springs are a little old, they just do not want to work. Seems like the original winder doesn't want to work. You're not supposed to keep clicking it, but again, it's not doing what it's supposed to. Well, there we go. But see, again, he doesn't want to pop out of there. I guess Donatello is a little too old or something. I'm not real sure, but here's kind of a comparison of the two. There's your newer one. There's your older one. Go ahead and knock him out of the way. And let's move on to hopefully something that's gonna work. Let's get this turtle sub opened up. Now the interesting thing about this turtle sub is it also has a spring-loaded chomping jaw, so hopefully this spring will actually work in this one. Let's go ahead and get this thing opened up. Alright, so here we go. Here's our Donatello, our scuba diving Donatello. There's the back of him. He's of course got his trusty bow holder. You know, he's gonna bend in pretty much the same places as the battle shell one. There's kind of a side-by-side look at the two. Got pretty close to the same facial expression on them. So we'll go ahead and set him off to the side. Let's take a look at some of these weapons. So here's going to be what looks like a missile. You get two of those. And not sure what this is going to be just yet. Looks like maybe something that he's supposed to look through. I don't know. We'll figure that out in a minute. Here's his trusty knife. You can't go underwater and do battle without a knife. And here is his interesting bow, because it's got a sharp point on the end. And normally Donatello's bow doesn't have that. We'll go ahead. Actually, let's put that on his back. So there's the bow on his back. I'll go ahead and set him right here. So here is our submarine. Let's go ahead and let's try loading the missile in. Now the interesting thing about the missiles are that one of them is spring loaded and the other one is not. So you can see right here there's a button on one, there's not a button on the other one. So it says you're supposed to just flick it like that for that side, and then for this side, wow, that really launched out of there. So you can launch it out of one side but not out of the other. That's kind of an odd design choice, but let's do that one more time. So there's your missiles, and then right here, this is going to be the spring-loaded front jaw. You control it by pushing this, and you're supposed to chomp enemies, but we'll chomp on Donatello since he didn't want to work. So you can't actually pick him up because he's a little too heavy, and the springs on the front aren't that strong. So that's as far as the mouth will open, which is, you know, that's a little unfortunate that it won't open more than that. But all right, let's take a look at the inside of here. So this is going to be the inside. And right there you can kind of see what Donatello was looking at, I guess, which is a big giant whale-like creature. And you can fit your character inside of there. Let's take his bow off first. You can fit him inside there to where he's holding the handles. Alright, so I finally got Donatello in there. He's grabbing the handles. He's got kind of a happy face going on there. Let's go ahead and get this closed. And there is Donatello inside of the sub. Now this is going to be the Periscope, which is what I was thinking it was, but I didn't want to say that unless I was for certain. And it goes into the top right here. so that Donatello can see as he's inside. And then the bow right here, the bow actually snaps in on the side, and he can almost have like a harpoon going right there. And these flippers do move. You can kind of adjust them a little bit. And as you see right here, there's some wheels on the bottom. Now this is not like a pullback racer to where you can just pull it back and it's going to go, but it will roll somewhat. Doesn't want to roll too good on the glass, but it will roll. Now to the part of the video that I've actually been really looking forward to. I have not opened either one of these on the channel yet. This one, it says it comes with possibly a foil dog tag, which that would be pretty cool. And this is going to be a puzzle eraser, which you can build the character. So that's kind of, see, that's the back. You can kind of see what they look like. Let's go ahead and open up the dog tag one first. This is going to be some of the different stuff that can come out of here. Here's a look at the other side. So yeah, there's a lot of different types of dog tags to collect. And it says on the front of the package, look for randomly inserted foil dog tags. So, you know, I'm not sure if you automatically get a dog tag in all of these or if they're only in certain packages or how that works exactly. I'm guessing that there's some special ones that you can collect and that you're going to get a dog tag in every package. But here's going to be our dog tag. This is number 23 of 24. And it's got kind of like some texture going along the side. It's got kind of like a scratched up look to it, but I think that was done on purpose. Here's going to be the front. So that's pretty cool. These weren't that expensive. I think they were like maybe $3 if I remember correctly. And then let's take a look and see what's inside of here. Alright, so we got a bunch of little pieces here. And it looks like we definitely got a Ninja Turtle. I'm just not sure. Okay, it's going to be Raphael because there's his size. So I'm going to get this put together and we'll see what he looks like. So here's our completed Raphael Eraser, and everything about him, everything on his body is an eraser with the exception of the weapons. The weapons are the only thing that's made out of hard plastic. The rest of them, you could actually just set them on your desk and then use them to erase stuff on a piece of paper if you wanted to. But there you go, there's our pretty cool eraser, and of course you can take them apart and stuff. The headband does come off, which was kind of interesting. And is it just me, or does that look like Oscar the Grouch to you guys with like a red bandana on? I don't know, maybe it's just me, but that looks like an Oscar the Grouch. Any of this you can use as an eraser, and as you see, it bounces too. So there's your rubber Raphael taken back apart. Well, I hope you guys still enjoyed the video even though the egg did not work the way that it should. I had a feeling that was going to happen since it was so old, but we are going to be doing some more Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle toys on the channel very soon. This is Disney Cars Toy Club, and as always, thanks for stopping by.